one of the big problems amongst the many that the Marvel Cinematic Universe is having, I think we can all agree that it's facing a bunch of challenges. It is. How severe or not severe you think those challenges are is up to the individual, but we can all agree Marvel is facing some significant issues and challenges that they've got to address. One of those is, at least according to Bob Iger, has been, while I was out of the house, while Daddy was away, y'all started making too much stuff. And the quality deteriorated. And I think most of us agree with that. I think we agree that they do. Now, recently, Bob Iger came out and said that they are going to be reducing the amount of stuff that they actually do. He even kind of mentioned that we very quietly have canceled a couple of projects that people don't know about. Still a lot of stuff in the pipeline, still a lot of stuff coming. But he said, we started the process to try to sort of draw back a little bit from the amount of stuff that we're doing. Well, he's now actually putting some definition to that term and actually giving us some numbers as to what that means. This comes from the folks over at Variety. Right, this Marvel will release no more than 3 movies and 2 shows per year, says Bob Iger. And get down to where he was actually saying. He said this: we're slowly going to decrease volume and go probably about 2 TV series a year instead of what had become 4, and reduce our film output from maybe 4 a year to 2, or a maximum of 3. The Disney CEO said during the company's quarterly earnings call Tuesday, and we're working hard on what that path is. All right. To put this in context, he's saying 2 movies a year. Maybe there will be an exceptional year where maybe they have 3. But let's say this means the average year you're going to get 4 Marvel projects, 2 Marvel TV shows, 2 Marvel movies, with the odd year of a 5th being a 3rd movie. To put that in context, take a look at this. This is 2022. In 2022 alone, we had She-Hulk, Thor: Love and Thunder, Doctor Strange: The Multiverse of Madness, Ms. Marvel, Moon Knight, I Am Groot, Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, which I love, by the way, Werewolf by Night, and Black Panther 2. They literally had 9 projects.
9 times.
9 times.
That's as much as Ferris Bueller was absent from school one year.
That's some good movie trivia right there.
9 times.
9 Marvel projects in 1 year. And Iger is saying we basically need to cut that in half. So 2 shows, max, 2 movies, with once in a while an exception for a 3rd. That might come in Avenger years.
Yeah.
Like once we get into the years that the Avengers are coming out, maybe we'll get into that. So Rob, we've heard, him talking about needing to reduce, needing to cut back. Now he's giving us the numbers. Now we know what that means. It means 2 and 2, with the possible exception of 3. Good balance, bad balance, an overreaction on his part. I don't know. How do you see it?
Well, look, my first inclination is to say good for you, Bob, because not just because we share the same first name, but because you are making a good, I think the quality is always the most important. Quantity, I mean, I know that according to analytics and all those things, maybe the Wall Street guys or whatever, the corporate people say, well, we have to have more of this product out. If the product isn't good, it's damaging your IP, it's damaging your brand, and the audience, talk about churn, you're churning up your audience from the wrong direction. And you don't want that to happen. And the MCU, John, I've said it before, but the 23 movies in the Infinity Saga that end with Spider-Man Far From Home are all pretty much good to great. When you're saying that the worst movies are The Incredible Hulk and Iron Man 2 and maybe Thor: The Dark World, if those are your worst movies, you got a pretty damn good franchise there. And if you go back and you watch movies like The Winter Soldier, those movies are, you forget 10 minutes in, you're like, this is so good. And this is what Marvel was built upon. So giving people, I mean, I can't imagine what Kevin Feige had to do trying to make 9 movies and shows. That's insanity. You can't make something good and keep your brand where it's at. We saw what happens. The proof's in the pudding. Now, the thing is, the real question is, if they make less things, can they be just as profitable with good quality stuff as they are if they made 9. So they're going to go, okay, in 2022, we made 9 Marvel things. Overall, how did it do with subscriptions and box office compared to our 3 movies and 2 shows? 4 things less. Are we going to make the same amount of money, or do we have to? Because at the end of the day, it's all about that bottom line.
Yeah, but that's significantly less dollars for
spent
money, for budget and for marketing.
100%.
Budget, marketing,
it's all
development.
I know. That's why overall, but I would say I think this is a good move. I think it's a good move, and we need to. Disney has to bring back the luster, man. It's got to be the unstoppable juggernaut that the MCU was for 23 movies.
Also, just real quick, because we also talked about not just on a monetary thing, but these CGI houses, they're overtaxed.
Right.
This is going to give them like a little bit of a reprieve now, and to run their business successfully, and also have the artists be able to be more creative and not just blow out their marriages and everything else for a movie.
No, and also Quantumania is not a great example of verisimilitude, as I like to say. I mean, I don't think that film was pleasing to the eye. I thought it was pretty ill-conceived, and I thought the quantum realm was not very well established. And I think if you go back again, you look at the Winter Soldier, man, those effects are incredible. Those action sequences are incredible.
See, what I think they're going to do in talking about profitability, what they're going to do is they're going to step back and they're going to look at what is our per film average, right? So like if you can make, let's say $300 million profit with 9 projects, or $200 million profit with 4, they're going to say, look, was that extra 5 projects we did worth the $100 million? And I think they're going to break it down into what are we now starting to average with our Disney Plus shows. If we put out 5 Disney Plus shows, on average, when we average it out, how many more subscribers do we have? When we put movies in theaters, on average, how much loss to profit ratio did we get on a per film basis? And I think, to your point, Rob, once they start doing that and they reduce, they're going to see their per project average go up.
I agree.
By cutting out the chaff and the garbage.
Yeah. I only ask one thing. Bring back Gemma Chan's character from the Eternals and put her in all those movies.
I thought you were going to say a tall ship and a star to sail it by.
That'd be too Star Trek for this show. Can't say that.
Guys, we want to thank a sponsor of today's video, BetterHelp. Listen, we all carry around different stressors, big and small. When we keep them bottled up, it can start to affect us negatively. Therapy is a safe space to get things off your chest and to figure out how to work through whatever is weighing on you. I've said for a long time, it's time for us to start prioritizing mental health as much as we prioritize physical health. We encourage each other when we go to the gym to take care of ourselves physically. Well, it's time we start encouraging each other to take care of ourselves mentally as well. So if you're thinking about taking that step and prioritizing your mental health, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. All you have to do is fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. So get it off your chest with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/Campea today and get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Campea. All right, guys, the question is for you. What do you think about this? We know Bob Iger said they're going to start reducing things at Marvel, but now we've actually got numbers. In general, it's going to be 2 and 2. 2 shows, 2 movies per year, not like 2022 that had 9 projects out there. Do you like it? Do you like that he gave themselves a little bit of wiggle room, saying in an extreme circumstance, we'll do 3 movies in a year, given the whatever we got going on? Do you think these are good numbers? Do you think they shouldn't have cut back that much? Do you think they needed to cut back more? Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.